morning and welcome to Winnipeg. I did nothing at the model table last night. Okay. Yeah, at the get-together at my daughter's house yesterday, it was great. I was only there for about 3 hours, I guess. Then I came back home. Anyway, I was sort of thinking yesterday that our family is getting smaller and smaller. A lot of my immediate family is gone. Yeah, mom's gone, dad's gone, my wife's gone. Two of my wife's sisters have died. Yeah, it's getting smaller. So it's really nice to be able to enjoy what's left while you can, and not dwell on the fact that, things are changing. You know, the old saying, life is what happens to you while you're making other plans, is sure true. Anyway, what I plan to do today is get the sprue nipped off of all these little pieces here and get our 4 little radar turrets. Well, at least do one of them on camera, if I can. Yeah, I can see here from some of this photo etch that I've got a bend here. I'm not quite sure how it's supposed to go. I think once I get the parts and get the parts shaped and follow the arrows, if you know what I mean, and this, it shows that this particular part of this item fastens to this particular part of the other item, then you can sort of manipulate stuff the way it's supposed to go. Some of these pieces are going to be really easy, like the spotlights, the M17 and M18. Oh my goodness, I think I could almost do that blindfolded. Well, one eye blindfolded anyway. All right, let's take out maybe, I'm going to guess about an hour here, and maybe not that long, and get the parts cleaned up, and then we'll see if we can't maybe, I guess we got to get our photo etch pieces too. Okay, let's do some. Oh, I had said yet in yesterday's episode, maybe we'll go into the back room, and I'll show you the problem I'm having with my overhead lighting, in that I didn't know exactly where I wanted to put it. I'll try and remember to do that today. I forgot yesterday. So anyway, let's get at it here. Okay, I guess a little over an hour has passed here. However, it didn't actually take me that long to do all of this. Now, I'm noticing right here we've got what appears to be a seam line. And yes, it is a seam line, but I think it's supposed to be there because if I look at these two parts and get the light just right, it almost appears that there's a bit of a difference in the angle between this piece and this piece. Now, maybe that's because of the molding. It would have to be that way to easily come apart in the mold. But I'm just going to leave it on there. I could have scraped it off, but I think it's maybe like a weld or something like that. Okay, now the M4s. Let's see. Let me check my manual. Yeah, an M4 goes on this side, right in this little hole right here. Okay. Now on the other side goes an M3. Now I was looking at these earlier, and when I was taking the sprue and flashing off, and I cannot see the difference. If I just turn one over, it becomes the other. So if I get them mixed up, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Yeah. As far as I can see, that they're the exact same thing. So I don't know why Trumpeter called them one number 3 and the other number 4, but maybe at the time they had a reason. Okay, our little box is going to go on the back there. I think instead of talking about this, let's do it. Now this one here, I was saying it wouldn't matter which way we put it, but I think I'll do it so that as long as I have a choice, I'll do it so that the positioning pin will be out of sight. Now, this is obviously the base, and it has to go. Okay, do I have these in the right order? No, because this is going to go in there. But why is this that way? Yeah, that's the way the manual shows that it goes like this. Well, then in that case, we would want to have this like this if we want the positioning pins out of sight, because this side right here is going to go down, right? So it's going to gotta go like that, and why am I not using my fingers? Well, I don't know. Something like that. Okay, yeah, let's glue these together. And you know, it's funny that they didn't mold this piece and this piece together, because I don't think that this is actually supposed to swivel on there. You know, once you glue it in place on the deck, that's where it's going to stay. And then we'll put these smaller pieces on afterwards. Now I'm going to have to press this in here. That's a fairly tight fit. And I think what I'm just going to do is use the extra thin quick setting and just let it wick its way along in the crack here. Sometimes the simplest things can be so complicated. Okay, I'm going to use just the ordinary extra thin here because it has a better, I believe, melding properties. So we'll just let it go along in the crack there. I don't think I need to put on a whole lot. It's sort of hydraulicking there a little bit. That should be all right. Okay, I've already got our number 3 and 4s mixed up. But as I've concluded before, it doesn't make any difference. I think the important thing is that we just make sure that we've got the periscope looking forward. Let's do a bit of a dry run here. And it's kind of nice to be able to let gravity be our friend. And we'll just put on some extra thin here and just let it wick its way underneath. Now I'm just sort of looking straight down on it. I want to make sure that I have it straight this way. And it does appear to be. It should sort of self-level itself. You know, I don't want to push down too hard because it's going to be oozing sprue goo out. Like it almost is right there. Where's one of Tennessee Jim's Q-tips here? Maybe I'll get that's a used one. Let's get a new one. Okay, we have turned everything around here now. And we want to have our periscope facing forward. Try and get it straight. Put on just a little bit less than I did last time. Well, maybe I didn't. Okay, I think when that evaporates and it's painted, it's going to look okay. Now remember, we want to have the push-out pin marks down. Now the spotlights, or searchlights I guess they are, they're the ones that I was saying were the no-brainers. Okay. Now I'm noticing that the little rivets or whatever around the outside of this part are not, in other words, if you get them on a little bit crooked, it's going to maybe show. So I'm going to see if I can't, maybe this is not as easy as I thought it was. But you can see that the rivets, if you get them a little bit askew, they're not going to look quite right. So let's see if we can just get it on there so that they're sort of horizontal with everything. Maybe we can twist this. I'm going to have to get my finger in your way here. Let's turn this just slightly here. And once again, we'll let the quick setting just wick its way in the crack. There, that looks pretty horizontal to me. I'm looking straight in on it like this. You're sort of coming in from the side. But I do believe I've got it. It looks good to me. See, does that one, that rivet there is about at the same position as this one is to there. Okay, that's what I'm going by. Now, let's see if we can get a little bit of quick setting underneath there. Just let it wick its way in from the side. There. I think that's going to be all right. Okay, we have done everything we can do now, plastic-wise, for step 29. The rest is all photo etch. Okay, here we go with this morning's sunrise. Now, I can tell by the comments that I often get that some people don't like it when I get sidetracked away from the actual model ship building. And I realize that watching a sunrise has nothing to do with our USS Iowa that we are working on at the present time. However, this is what I like to do. And if you'll notice that we're in the description of the videos for the last several years, it started off with, "This is not a tutorial." It's more of a personal vlog, and that's what this is. And, I like to insert, sunrises. And for a while there, I was doing rabbits. I wish I could do the rabbits again, but as you know, the powers that be don't want us feeding the wildlife. Anyway, this is this morning's sunrise. And our walkers did show up again. Yeah. And a little later, I checked out Merv's flag. I thought, let's just check and see, he put his new flag up yesterday? But nope, the old one's still there. Okay, it looks like all the pieces we need for the antenna are on the D sheet, so that makes it a little bit easy. We need 13, 16, 17, and 21. Oh, and 19. So somehow we've got to bend this. Let me move this a little bit here. Yeah, this has to be bent so that it can later be fastened onto this after this is bent. Then these have to be somehow inserted in place. This could very easily be the most difficult piece of photo etch we've created. Look at how delicate these little arms are that we have to end up fastening this to. This is the sort of thing I don't think that CA glue would work good on. I think that this is definitely going to be a job for the soldering iron. And it's probably going to get all blobbed up on me. But let's have fun trying, eh? This one does not seem to be wanting to come very good. Maybe I have to do this a little bit more systematically here. Oh, I bent it. I bent it. Well, maybe the time to straighten it is right now. Kind of straightened it. Okay, now this one will not come off of there. There we go. Wax pencil. All right. Let's do this a little bit more systematically here now. Where is the connection on this? Okay, you can see where the tab comes out, but there's no... I imagine it's probably right there. I'm just guessing. It kind of looks like it. Well, it is now. Yeah, I'm sort of seeing something there. Okay, that's where we're doing it. Okay, that one's easy. That one's easy. Now here we go for another hard one. I think it's right there. Right there. And right there. Ooh, I bent it. Well, let's come at it like this. Why is this sticking so hard to the other side of the paper there? I don't think I've ever experienced this before, where it just did not want to lift off. And that this is kind of an important part. There we go. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to have to do the rest of these off camera. Okay, I know it looks like a little bit bent right there, but I think it is supposed to bend right there. Just turn it over and see what it looks like on the other side if we can. Yeah, you can see there's folding lines there. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do the rest of this off camera, folks. It's just a little bit awkward at the moment. Okay, here's my dilemma about the lights. I haven't done anything with them. Now I know I could probably open this curtain here, except that if I do that, I think the rest of the room actually looks more well illuminated with just the light bulbs overhead. And that's the whole idea of these sort of things, to try and get, instead of having the light coming in from just one small area, have it sort of spread out. Now, I had thought originally of having these things going right across the middle of the ceiling, pretty much where that light fixture is there. However, if it's sort of behind me and I'm sitting working here, which is where I probably will be, in fact I know I will be, because that's the plan, I'm going to be casting a shadow. In fact, you can actually see the shadow, my shadow, on my work here from the light overhead. So my thinking is that maybe I would be better off having this thing strung out probably a couple of feet or this table width from across the ceiling there. And it would go, well, this thing strings out 8 feet long, and this table is 8 feet long. So I guess it probably could go right from that the wall there, 8 feet in that direction. Then this entire table is going to be evenly illuminated. And if it doesn't work out, well, then later move it. And I think I know how I'm going to fasten it into the corners. I'm just going to put a screw in the corner and have sort of a little hook on the screw, so that I can just string this thing out. Remember, we're going to use that yellow rope, and that's what I'm thinking of right now. However, right now I'm also thinking I better wind this episode up. I know you can't see the clock. Well, actually you can see the clock, but it's not plugged in. It's 23 minutes after 2 right now, and I want to wind it up. Thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.